So number 7 says, know how or why the ideal gas law varies from the combined gas law. So the combined gas law, if we just type the two out here, the combined gas law has P1 times V1 over T1, and that's equal to P2 times V2 over T2. But the ideal is PV equals nRT. So if you look at those two formula, the combined gas law only compares what three variables? What are the three variables you see in the combined gas law? Pressure, volume, and temperature. So what's missing from the combined gas law? No moles, yeah, not moles. So it's assuming that your amount of gas stays the same. You're not letting anything in and out of the container. It's the same amount of gas. You take a balloon outside on a cold day, it shrivels up not because gas particles left the balloon, but because the temperature changed, so the volume changed, the pressure changed. But the ideal gas law compares pressure, volume, temperature, and moles. So all four can be switched up and impact each other. So then what's the R value? Well, the R value actually replaces the P2 V2 over T2. It's called the gas constant. And it takes the place of, oops. Can you imagine how complicated the ideal gas law would be if you still had P2, V2, and T2 in there? Instead, it's just a constant you look up. How do you choose which one to use? What's the thing that determines whether you use 0.0821 or 8.314? Yeah, it's a type of pressure. It's the unit that the pressure is measured in. And that's because it's pretty easy to convert any volume into liters, any temperature into Kelvin. Moles, there's only moles is the only unit for it. But pressure is a little trickier, and pressure depends on the equipment you have. So if you're pumping up your bike tire, your pressure is probably in pounds per square inch. So anytime you're putting air in things, it's usually in PSI. But if you're talking about barometric pressure, it's probably millimeters of mercury, or in America, it's probably inches of mercury. So we use a lot of different units for pressure. So that hasn't been standardized, so we have more than one R value to choose from.